Hi, this is Sahil from Alchemy, and in this quick video I will show you how to get started building on Scroll with Alchemy. Quickly, for folks who prefer written guides, you can check out Scroll API Quickstart at docs.alchemy.com. Alright, let's get started. So the first step is to create an Alchemy account, which you can do at dashboard.alchemy.com. Once you have created an account and signed in, you'll be greeted with a screen like this. You need to go into the app section, create a new app, and call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it Scroll Quickstart. Give it a description if you want, and then select the use case for it. Let's just assume that we're creating an app which shows the current block number on Scroll. Something like a block explorer, but just one feature of it. So for example, scroll scan, it shows the latest block numbers. Alright, so this will fall in infra and tooling. Click next and then select your chain. Now here you want to select scroll. Click next, and then you'll be recommended with an API set to use. In this case, we're going to use the Node API. Alright, let's just create an app. The app is created and you will see a bunch of information here. Mainly it just includes your API key. This is the main thing, and then you can select between different code snippets. It just gives you like a starter snippet. Now you want to create a new project, so open up your terminal and just create a new directory. Let's just call it scroll. Let me just size it up so you can see it. Alright, let's create this directory called scroll quickstart and cd into it. And now I'm just gonna initiate this project, npm init-y, and it is initiated, and I will just open it up with VS Code. Cool. And so right now we have an empty project with a package.json file. Let's create a new file called index.js. Go back to our dashboard and select one of the starter code snippets. So I'm just gonna select fetch, just because I won't have to install any new modules with it if you're using Node version greater than 19, greater than 18. So I just copied the script, and mainly what it's doing is we have a request URL which has your API key in it, and of course you don't want to store this API key here. You want to store it in an env file, so in environment variables, and just for demo purposes I'm gonna use it here, so don't do that in production. And then we define our request headers, and then we define the body. You can see we're making a JSON RPC request. The method we're calling in this case is eth get block by number, and these are the parameters for this method. Let's just try to run this code. I will go to my terminal and run it using Node. Alright, seems like it's working. So we're getting this information, and this is working. Fetch is inbuilt in Node version 19, so that's why it's working. If you're using version 18 or below, please install Node Fetch to run this code. Okay, so we're getting information, seems like, but what we need is to fetch the latest block numbers so we can show it in our app, right? That's the feature that we're building in this app. So let's go back to Alchemy docs and see what we have. Let's go to the endpoints page. We have a method here which is called eth block number, and if I click on it, you can see that this method returns the number of the most recent block, which is exactly what we want. And we can see that this does not accept any request params other than the default body params. And in the response, we are getting a result, and this result will be the current block number the client is on, which is in hexadecimal format. So now we understand the structure of this API, and so we can go back to our code snippet. We can just modify it to call eth block number instead of eth get block by number. And just because this doesn't accept any additional parameters, we can delete the params section. And then in here, when we get the data back from the API, what we can do is we can define custom logic here. So we'll say the block number in hex is equal to data dot result, just because we know the result field is the hex number of the current block. And then we can say the current block number, so which is in decimal, is this. So we are just parsing the hexadecimal number to integer using parsent, and we're specifying that this is a hexadecimal number with a base 16, so it knows what to convert from. And then we'll just console log the current block number, which is our block num. Okay, let's try to make it work. Let's see if it works. Alright, seems like we have an answer here. And if I go back to scroll scan and refresh it, we can see this is 247, and the result we got was 245. So if I fetch it again, see, it's just continuously fetching new blocks. Now it's 250. So yeah, this is working. This is how you can use Alchemy to build on Scroll. This is how you can leverage Alchemy docs to understand the structure of these APIs and fetch whatever information that you need to fetch. We have a suite of APIs. There's many more endpoints that you can use. Please look at this page, Scroll Chain API endpoints at Alchemy docs, and you can fetch all of this information. And of course, you'll need to use environment variables in your production app, and your production app likely won't be a vanilla JavaScript project. It might be a Next.js project or a React project. But this is the foundation for fetching this on-chain data from Scroll in any of those applications. So this was just a vanilla project for demo purposes. I hope this helped you, and we can't wait to see what you build on Scroll using Alchemy.